Hi, my name is Lauren and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk Show Kings. But first, before we get started, I want to say thanks to our producer, Felix Washington, for making this all possible, and the great city of Douglasville, Georgia, for allowing us in their homes, and for you, the viewers, for allowing us in your homes each and every week in support of the Talk Show Kings show. All right? We got a great episode coming up today. We got some great hot topics we're talking about. But before we get into that, I want to introduce myself as being the host of today's show. I'm King Darwin, and to my left,
my name is King Yaquez, and to my left,
hey, my name is King Ralph, and to my left,
my name is King Eric.
And together we are the
Talk Show Kings.
All right, guys, all right. So with this episode today, we're going to do a couple things a little different than what we normally do. You know, we had a lot of feedback from our viewers, and they want us to talk about a lot of more of the things that's going on, that's hitting these social media platforms, a lot of things that, you know, the news is talking about, you know, just to get our opinions. They want to get the King's opinions on a lot of things that's been going on, you know, in our social media and on the news lately. And, you know, we're not really a gossip show. You know, I don't like to call it gossip, so I'm going to call it chatter. You know, but today we're going to talk about some hot chatters that's going on in the industry and in the world today. And with the first one that we're going to start on, we're going to talk about the Diddy, guys. What y'all think about this Diddy, the Diddy situation?
Every time I look into it, it's getting crazier and crazier. I mean, listening to different people. My favorite person I like to listen to, Jaguar Wright. You know, she's got the insight on everything. You know, before the Diddy thing, she was talking about R. Kelly.
Yeah, she's been out there doing it for a long time.
Exactly. Too. So I'm tending to believe her words just because when she was talking about R. Kelly, then he went to prison.
That's true.
Well,
That's
I mean, you know, Cat Williams said 2024, everybody is going to be exposed. Whether you're a preacher or whether you just an entertainer, it's going to be exposed. I mean, also the one reason why Jaguar Wright has the insight with Diddy is because Faith Evans is her cousin.
Yeah, that is true.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Okay.
No, I just want to say one thing. We want to thank our viewers for viewing in. We want to apologize for last week because we have some things going on in the studio from the floods and the lighting. So we apologize if you try to tune in and we wasn't there. So we want you to know that we need your support and continue watching.
Absolutely, 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 guys. Yeah, you know that Hurricane Helena, you know, it did hit our city. So we just got to be mindful and thankful everybody is here back in good health,
Facts.
good spirits,
Exactly.
you
Yes.
know, and hopefully you viewers is doing the same, you know. But what did you feel about the Diddy thing?
I gotta go
Rap?
out to Diddy. You know what? The more and more I listen to it, and I always say this on the station, when I have my kids, my grandkids, I'm thinking the sickness out there, it's ridiculous. And I hear things like 9-year-old kids was being molested. I mean, you hearing all these things going on, men and women. And then when I seen this woman that crying, and when I seen that lady, a white girl crying, y'all can say what y'all want. I knew it was over for him. She said he did this and did that. But I always see two sides to a story. When somebody crying all this time, because people have a tendency, did she get paid off that day? I'm going to just keep it real. Because everybody can say one thing, we wasn't there. All we know, allegedly, this happened. But then again, you see in his past record, everybody's standing up from men and women saying they've been assaulted by him. Then I hear rumors about allegedly they might have got his ex-wife killed, who one had
Kim Porter?
a cold, yeah, and you die. I ain't never seen somebody die just like that. So it's so many rumors, and we hearing these things. We're getting the talk of the station, but when you start seeing CNN and Fox News talking about the verdict about Diddy, but I'm like, hey, you remember what happened to what's his name was supposed to hung himself?
Epstein? Was it Epstein?
Epstein.
Come on.
Yeah.
And this guy had an island.
Yeah.
You know, I got chills on my leg just thinking. You think he's dead? I don't know. I hear rumors.
I think they got him. The government got him, or either if not the government, somebody got him. Whoever is pulling the strings.
Okay.
Just like I think Diddy is a marked man.
What do you mean got him? I mean, you're saying you think that the government got him. What do you mean?
Like,
got
killed him.
Oh, killed him? Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
like this whole ring of things going on. It's not just Hollywood. You got political figures in this too.
I agree.
That's deep.
Yes, absolutely.
You're right. It said a lot of people indicate like I heard Oprah not so much in it, but she was those kids that she was funding in Africa. I heard allegedly those kids were molested, got things going on. There's a lot going on. We don't really know, but you know what they say? Where it's dark, soon gonna be light. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be talking all day. We talk about him. Oh my
Absolutely,
God.
absolutely. I'm just on with my opinion, input on the Diddy. You know, I don't know, you know, how deep it goes, but I'll tell you one thing: if he's guilty, the jury gonna find him guilty. And if he's not, then maybe he's not. But all I can say is, you know, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes at this point. I tell you
Exactly.
that. That's whose shoes.
What
I
about
wouldn't
before
wanna
it?
fit.
Like he's getting that
Wouldn't wanna
money.
be in his shoes
I wish
before.
I would. You know, but you know, I gotta say one thing before you finish that.
Okay.
The man was gonna post a $50 million bond. What place would not accept your money? Something's up.
Well, yeah, because you know, with me doing my research, you know, on the whole topic, and I'll just say this, and then we'll get on to the next one, unless you have something to say. But a lot of people is speculating that a lot of these things is taking place because he's set out to sue Ciroc. You know, Ciroc is a big industry.
I
you
mean,
know?
his downfall didn't start happening until after he fell out with Ciroc.
After he fell out with Ciroc, and then also him trying to create a black political party for us. I don't know if y'all heard about that too, but he also was going to start a black political party.
You
so
saying
these
some
are
volumes.
two things that, you know, hey, you know, if the establishment don't like the way in the direction you're going, they're going to try to derail you. So you got to think about that too. He may be still guilty of some of these things, but he may not be as guilty as they making it appear.
I would just say that they would they made the charges sound worse to get him denied bail, because I mean he is a flight risk. So like they did it, all the what they're trying to get him for, a lot of them won't stick. It's just to get him to stay in that jail till trial.
I don't know. I read the indictment list, the 14-page.
Oh yeah, I have
14 pages and kidnapping,
Sex.
sexual assault, sex trafficking.
I mean, he might be
Yeah.
guilty of all
Long
those things. He might be guilty of all those things, but they might try to just like say something, hoping that it'll stick, and it won't, just to hold him.
I mean, if you got 125 people coming against you, 125 people.
And it's rising.
Right. And that's just and we talking about men and women coming against you.
But I piggyback with King D said. True that. Remember Bill Cosby? Remember he was planning on trying to buy CBS.
That's right.
It
NBC.
stumped him. I got chills thinking about it. Remember Michael Jackson? Somebody owning Sony came against him.
Yep.
Wouldn't sell the publishing for the Beatles.
That's right.
Yeah.
To Sony.
Yeah, Bill Cosby was trying to
They
purchase
came
NBC.
out. No, you got a point because you keep looking at these little things, and I'm like, every time. What about Prince? Prince, formerly they took his name. He got what you wanted back in the lawsuit, but later he had to do some things. So I think it was what's his name? Kanye. Kanye made a statement. Y'all didn't hear about that? He said, y'all say I was crazy, but y'all don't understand. They give you all this power, then they just come and take you. And he said, I'm still a billionaire. But to us, we looking at, he's went down. But
see, I better believe the crazy ones. Everybody say Jaguar Wright crazy. Everybody say Cat Williams is crazy. Yet everything they speaking on is coming true.
Yeah, but do you keep saying, go on, you want to say something, King D?
No, I was just.
Now, I was going to think about Jaguar. I'm going to go back. They talk about Diddy. Let's go with Wendy Williams. She spoke about it years ago, and then she was ran out of the city. They said if you got on be on that show, she lost that job, went to another state. So I'm trying to say to you, when you got money is power until somebody up higher than you say his pants is getting too tight, up too big as his head. So, hey.
Wendy Williams, she lost due to Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Puffy.
Well, I'm talking about Puffy, the one you were
Well,
talking
yeah.
about.
Well, they trying to pull him off into this too. They trying to drape him off also.
Look, Jay-Z is in. Boy, look at him.
Jay-Z needs to know what he needs to do is get out.
Yeah.
Get out the United States. Because they catch your best friend, all three of them were friends with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
They
was all friends.
Birds of a feather flock together.
All right. And on that note, I go around and see what y'all think about it. Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Hey, you know what?
King Rab.
I'm mostly headed to guilty, but some stuff allegedly, I think people throwing it in there. I'm gonna say why. When Bill Cosby, I remember they had a woman in line, and they say, hey, what you doing here? Well, my lawyer told me to stand in the line, because everybody was alleging Bill Cosby gave him a drink. So a lot of time, everybody getting paid. So you gotta look at 50-50. But most, hey, all the evidence point because you got people still out there on the vertigo. What's his name? The little singer, not Usher, but the other white kid.
Justin Bieber.
Bieber has said some things. So it's got 50-50 with me.
What
Guilty.
you think, King Eric?
Well, you didn't even swallow, did
No
you?
question. Me, like I say, I'm on the fence. I'm gonna let the jury decide. I don't want to judge a man's fate, but but just from the looks of it, it don't look too promising. I'll say that.
And that's all I'm going by.
Yes.
From the looks of it, he guilty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And on our
Then
next.
again, hold on. We don't even know if he dead. I heard rumors. Somebody say, somebody told me you don't see him anymore. You only hear that he's talk about on suicide watch, and that's the same thing. But Epstein was on suicide watch, and these two guys went and took a break, and they come back. He hung himself. Really?
Yeah.
Alleged. Okay.
Hey, and that's just how this system operates sometimes, So, hopefully, everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to work out. That's what you got to just put your faith and belief in. So, and with the next chatter for the week, guys, what y'all think about? Y'all want to talk about that Helena? The Helena and the relief and what we can do and try to give some people some places to go for some relief, any Red Cross places that they have set up shelters and things of that nature.
Well, what I can do is I can give people a resource if they want to help out with the situation. USAjobs.gov,
Okay.
They're hiring now for people to travel to those areas. Just to travel to those areas to help out. I mean, it's anywhere from 86 to 115,000 a year.
Okay.
Just for it's 115,000 a year. And they say it's going to be be doing this for the next 3 years. So
All right,
if you're
guys.
interested, just go to usajobs.gov and you'll see the information there.
USA.jobs.gov.
usajobs.gov. Right.
Absolutely. Y'all hear that, guys? So,
I'll be
you know,
right
if you
back.
might be down on your luck a little bit, you might need to try to find you some work. Well, they got plenty of work. Plenty of work for you to do. And, hey, and they paying sound like they paying real swell, too.
But it ain't easy to said it done. When you go there, they have some volunteers was killed, 22 in Florida. Volunteers, they have people. See, it looks sound good, but when you get down there, it's shaky. And I want to say, on a serious note, being a
Yeah, 'cause
victim
you
of
lived that.
Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I come out of there. I was there, and you know, you don't know devastation. And a lot of those people, I remember, they never seen any other. They never been anywhere in their life until Katrina hit. They was kicked Georgia, because I left California and I was there. I was gone about 25 years. Then I went back to New Orleans. Devastation hit, and I'm gonna tell you something. People like they lost their mind. I had some friends was killed in the Superdome. The water, I mean, man, my God, it's level. The bathroom was passing with feces. It was reported allegedly guy was raping little girls. They had snipers with guns
wow.
watching them.
Wow.
There was, man, it was so bad. They had dead bodies. They found cars was broken in. You know why I know? For one thing, I got out of there before it because I had a rental car. When I brought the car back, they had over 10,000 miles on it. Because I went to different states. But you feel like an alien, like you don't belong here. They call them refugees and all this stuff. I'm like, what
Right.
the hell? We are Americans, you know. So what I'm saying to you, when you lose your home and some family members, and then the whole old folks home, all the people drowned is reported. They drowned in it. They didn't get them out. So we look at it because till you experienced it, giving me chills just thinking about it. A lot of people did. So I'm gonna tell you something. People are devastated right now. They like, I lost everything, my home, and then insurance. Y'all don't realize the insurance. They're gonna start raising our insurances because if you with different, they're gonna raise your car, home insurance because all that's connected. They gotta pay back.
See, why they got to do all that? Like, we're one of the highest states already for, high insurance rates.
And see, and then what? Speaking of insurance, what some homeowners don't understand, if there's some type of clause in there that don't even cover hurricanes.
That's true.
Some of the people that was in Hurricane Katrina,
Absolutely.
they didn't even get paid. Their houses was torn to pieces, and they couldn't even get anything for it.
Yeah,
But see,
some
the insurance companies, they care about is money. They don't care about paying you out or nothing.
If I could tell y'all something about that, they got people, and my mom was one of them. My parents own a home, the double-sided home. They got a lot of people. Their house was so damaged, they lost, and these people like 70-something years old. They had to work 10 more years to try to rebuild, just to put a little house. And then these scammers come in to build a house, that cheap lumber, things didn't last. See, it's a scam in every little state. That's what these people are lurking. Like you was mentioning about people who get a job, they're lurking in these different states. Hey, I can fix this. This is the kind of work I do. And it's crap. It's garbage. So it's a lot of things. And they got some people right now as we talk about it. And my condolences go out to anybody lost anyone right now, because it's not a funny thing, because you got loved ones lost and then they still finding dead bodies. Come on now, because and I used to work for Old Dominion. I remember the terminal I worked, it was under the water in New Orleans, and they had this big python snake. They saw this traveling through that from the helicopter, because I was paid from that.
Yeah, and there was always a big story about that, the Hurricane Katrina thing, that they wanted to push those Geechees and push those people out of that land, push them
That
off
area,
that land.
it was an area that whites and blacks was on, and they heard a boom, and it was on the black side, and everybody felt it. The dam was blown
exactly.
up.
They wanted that land, and then, like you say, now they've been trying to rejuvenate it, reconstruct it, regentrify it, and all the above. So, but my hearts do go out to Valdosta, because Valdosta got hit hard, Georgia, and I think Athens got, what was it? Was it Athens, or what was the other one?
Yeah,
I know it was some
Tampa. They was hit hard.
Yeah,
some part of Tampa. I was Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, so definitely, man, definitely these storms is coming through. Prepare. Like you say, stock up, because you never know when the next one is coming.
Oh, it's another one
get you
coming
some
too.
waters, get you some canned goods. You say what?
It's another one coming too.
Have two of them.
Yeah, it's another one coming from. It should be hitting Florida real hard
Oh yeah.
this week.
Okay.
So-
All right, guys, y'all hear that? So like you say, stack up on your food, your water. Because you never know what's gonna happen these days. This
And don't
time
take a
is real
chance.
shaky. It's sketchy out here.
Don't
Yeah,
take a chance. People
absolutely.
be saying I'm gonna weigh it out.
Absolutely.
I left and messed up and went some point, and the lights was out, coming out of Savannah, Riceboro, Georgia, man, for like 3, 4 days, 5 days, no lights, and people needed generators and all that thing. So don't take a chance. You don't know.
Yeah, don't play with
It's
this
better
weather,
to be
guys. Y'all
prepared.
hear that? Yeah, definitely be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. Because you just never know when this weather is going to hit your area. And, hey, you might be out of electric for a couple of days. Like you said, it's 3, 4 days. Just imagine. You
That's
ain't
right.
got electric for 3 or 4 days. You got food in the refrigerator. You got food in your freezer. You know what I mean?
It's gonna go bad. That's right.
It's going to go bad.
Oh, I could tell you about that. Man, when I left New Orleans, came back, it was like a ghost town. Kid you not. Nobody. They had the National Guard going, and they mark your door if they went and checked it. I opened the refrigerator. I won't believe what I've seen. It was maggots. And what they did, you know what they did to those things? The refrigerators. They buried all the refrigerators. So the maggots are going to eat each other. When you open it, was this like a pile of maggots all over, because that's what they do. And believe it or not, that's going to happen to us. We get put in the ground, but it was sick. It was so sick, and they stole my stuff. Who was still a TV? I had a flat screen telling they stole my clothes, and then it was coming back. They was packed on the bed. That clothes, suits, and slack. It was coming back to get that. Jesus.
Yeah, you got those people, those invaders, right? They trying to take advantage of anything they can take advantage of. So you got to be leery about them too. So and guys, you don't have to hit the stores like y'all been hitting the stores. Save some toilet paper and some paper towels. The ports is back open, okay?
Yes.
Okay? Please don't go in there and buy up all the toilet paper and paper towels and water, so can't nobody else get some, Hey, be thoughtful, be mindful of everybody, it's a lot of people down here. We flooded, man. We overpopulated, flat out. So be mindful, man, when you're out shopping, man. Don't try to buy up every bag of wingdings and every goddamn case of soda,
Just from right here, the Walmart was empty.
Yeah,
They had not one on the shelves, man. No toilet paper, no. But then again, you think it's a little game. They got you spending all that money, and then now you got this.
Well, I mean, it is for a good thing, though.
it might
It's
be
better
for-
to be more stocked up than less.
I say, and then people want to be more ready because what was it with the big snowstorm, 2012, 2000?
You mean here?
Talking about
I
the
can't
ice
remember
storm?
what
Yeah,
it
the
was.
ice storm. People
That
were
was
stuck
back
on
in
the
what?
freeway.
What was that?
2016, I think.
Yeah,
it was.
nobody was prepared for that.
23 hours or something.
So
I was driving at the time. It took you a half an hour just to get from here. About an hour here to about a mile. Take about an hour and a half because it was steady sliding.
But I mean, during that, nobody was ready for that. People were stranded on the freeways and everything. So since then, I noticed everybody are trying to get more ready.
Yeah.
Prepared, huh?
Yeah, and it's a safe thing to do, If you can afford it and if you can get prepared and get stocked up and ready, I advise everyone to, think about doing it because, you better be safe than sorry. You just never know when a storm is going to hit and how long it's going to affect you. So
What about the animals? Everybody's saying a lot of animals died.
I can believe it.
Cattle.
Yeah.
Nobody don't say nothing about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drowned and everything. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things, man. So and you got wild animals out there. Then animals going from bears and all that kind of stuff. We're dealing with devastation. This is the time. It's
definitely the time, guys. It's definitely the time. And then and we're gonna get into our hot topics for the day too. We're gonna talk about something that's real, far as, after this pandemic that hit us 4 years ago, and we still are feeling the effects of it. I mean, I know a lot of us feel like, we can't get ahead, It seems like, we work harder and harder and harder every day to try to pay these bills and to try to, take care of what we have to take care of financially. But I know sometimes, we feel like sometimes, man, with all this work that I'm putting in, why do it seem like I'm not getting ahead? So, you know, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys feel about that?
Well, for me, a lot of that comes down to inflation. Inflation is too high. I mean, I remember paying, like $200 in groceries can last a while in my household. $200 ain't nothing now. So
Food shortage.
yeah, it's too high, and I don't know why they cannot see that. Like, it's only 10% of people that are rich in America that can afford to just buy stuff with no worries. Another 90%, we're always worrying about when our next meal is coming from.
Yeah, absolutely. It's rough. And guys, don't forget, you guys can call in anytime, chime in if you want. And hey, if you want to donate, 1061 TV 1061, we accept all donations, to help this thing, stay alive, stay afloat over here. Everything costs. So if you want to chime in, call in, donate, you know what I'm saying, everything is appreciated. But like he was saying, King Yaquez, inflation I think is a big hit on everybody's pocket. When you can say that, when I used to go to the store and grocery stores and used to spend $100,
you got
and
groceries.
You had some groceries, and then now you look at what $100 buy today.
4 items, 386. What?
Exactly. So I think inflation definitely is a big part of it. On top of people maybe not managing their money properly.
That part.
Yeah, that part too.
Not managing their money properly.
Yeah.
Go on. You want to say something?
Go ahead.
I'm going to say the people with aid, food stamps or whatever, I think they give them cards. I used to see people just buy everything, throw everything in the basket. Mom, I want this, throw it in the basket. This time, what you got? They looking at everything. I want some
How much is that?
Cheewies. And a bag of chips is almost $2 this big, and most of it is air. Come on now.
That's why the generic versions are going
We
first.
done had topics
Absolutely.
on that about the food don't taste like the right food. Chicken don't taste like chicken. Chewy. You're like, I hope it's real. And you hear rumors about bodies, people missing. What we gonna say? I can't say that. Always, you're hungry. You know what I'm saying? All I know is I ate. You're right about that, and you're right. The
Well, it's
consumption.
definitely too. It's time for it's hard sometimes for a single family household too. Single parent household, I would say.
Single. What about one person?
That's what I'm saying. A one person household is bad. It's hard for. So I think we lean more towards the direction of a 2-parent household these days too. I think this
But I mean,
society is moving
I always heard
us
you need
closer
a
towards
full-time
that.
job and an extra. Now you need a backup. It's
But
almost
sometimes,
You gotta
like,
think
having
about
that
it.
extra person don't help. Like, if you got kids, them jokers can eat.
and they're always
yeah.
hungry. I'm
Them
hungry.
jokers
my
can
God.
eat.
So what, you can't talk to a chick that got over one child? What you
I'm
No,
pregnant.
it ain't.
I'll be back.
Look, and then when
You
they
got what?
kids out during the summertime,
Ooh, playing.
spring break, fall break, winter break, they
I
got more
want something
breaks
to
than
drink. Here's some
And
water.
all they doing is eating you out of house and home.
eating up everything.
Come
you
on
do
now,
the
we can't
room?
come down on the kids like that.
Oh,
They gotta eat
please.
too.
They gotta eat.
But it's something to think about.
Hey, but Joe, seriously, I remember when I was young, I was always hungry. But I don't care about you. I used to have that little peanut butter and jelly, toast, the cheese. Remember government cheese? Y'all know about no government cheese.
Oh man, I remember.
But that was a life cheese. Oh, put a sugar on that
Grilled
thing,
cheese, grilled cheese and potatoes all day.
When we used to have potato chips and anything, always
I
hungry.
said, like, my daughter, I love my daughter, but she'll eat a meal. 5 minutes later, can I have this? And I'm like, you just ate, but I didn't have this. Like, really?
I didn't have this. Really?
But getting into the finances and stuff like that. My oldest daughter had called me, and she always called me and check on her dad, and I call her too. But she always too has lady, hey dad, can you spare this? Can you spare that? And I'm like, I was thinking before she got married, right? Now she's married, right? And she's still, dad, hey, you think you can You know, and of course me, I'm a sinner, whatever she needs, because that's my baby, and I love her, and she can get anything that I have, right? But when she got married, I'm like, well, baby, you're married. What is your husband? What are y'all doing over there?
Yeah, at work.
You know, and so we had a talk. It was about a couple weeks ago, about finances, and she's making a good job. She got her. She's an LPN, and she's head nursing of the nursing home, and they done moved her up, and she's making over 30 an hour. She's
That's
doing
good.
So I was happy, But
Yeah.
until I keep getting calls and keep getting texts,
got a
I was
raise,
like,
baby?
So I had to have a sit down with her and talk to her about finances, and I had to tell her, and I tell everybody, when you out here making this money for these companies and for these businesses and even for yourself, we have to pay ourselves. We cannot get a check and think that it's just all of our check to go and spend. You have to take out, if it's $25 a check, $50 a check, pay yourself. Because if you don't pay yourself, just think if something happens, if you lose that job tomorrow, what are you going to have to show for it?
Exactly.
It's people that didn't work 20, 30 years, and then when they get fired from the job, now they're looking around like, what am I going to do? Well, that was 20 and 30 years that you were supposed to put up $20, $20, $50 out of each check to pay yourself.
Things happen.
Don't keep paying these gas companies, electric companies, all of your money, these cell phone companies, these new pair of shoes, these new dresses. Hey, we got to think about these things, when we get in financing. We're going to get back on that topic when we come back, because now we got to go pay some bills, but we're going to tap back into that, and we're going to talk about how you got to pay yourself out here. Quit splurging on any and everything and not paying yourself. We'll be right back. Thanks.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here at one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call Taking My Community Back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're gonna do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're gonna bridge that gap because we're gonna get out of here, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with, and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved. I'm here today at one of our community outreach days with our sound truck. And our sound truck is used for just what you see. We come out to community days, we play loud music, and be able to just have a good time with it and enjoy our community. At a sheriff's office, you get to see us in a little different light. We're not always out there writing tickets or locking people up. We come out to your community day and be a part of your day and help you celebrate your community. And this is just one of the ways that we can do that, was with our sound truck. We're here today in one of our communities. We brought our ice cream truck out. A lot of people like to laugh when I say the sheriff's office owns an ice cream truck, but this is exactly what it's for, is we bring it out to our communities. We give away ice cream. We don't charge for the ice cream. The ice cream is free. And we have partners in our businesses in our community that help pay for the ice cream so that we can give it away for free. And we give it away. We go to schools. This is just one of many events that we bring our ice cream truck to. We go to the school systems. We come out to community days, block parties. We just come out and see you and help you enjoy and celebrate your community. Thank you.
Tune in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
All right. Welcome back to the second half of our show. And we was talking about, when we left off, we was talking about the finances, right, guys? And we was talking about how to manage these finances, right? And so, and like I was saying about with my daughter, you know, pay yourself.
And no, you're right.
Please,
King D, I
pay
agree
yourself,
with you. You got to start from the basics. Let's get the arithmetic. Start.
Yes.
Well, one thing, it doesn't hurt to, you know, start building a 401k. So just if you lose your job, you could, you know, cut it off and take your money out.
Yes,
I got
absolutely.
something to say about that.
Roth, the 401k.
Yeah.
You definitely got to invest in your retirement.
I remember when I got injured. Listen to me. 401k sound like a good thing too, but you know, in the end, you know, you're losing money. They gonna take a percentage. If you want to borrow your money, you paying back. Now they take a large percentage on you, so you gotta like this look at it. 'Cause I got some guys I work with. I used to ask the guy. I said, "Why you got a 401k?" And he was good with money. He said, "Man, it's the biggest ripoff." I said, "Why you say that?" They taking your money. If this say when I had that stroke thing and I tried to get my money, they said, "Well, you're gonna be fine. Listen, you're gonna find another thing to put your money in. If you don't, you're gonna get penalized. I mean, the government can charge you thousands up on your money. So you gotta watch it. But if you're a good disciplinary and you can handle your money, which is hard because like the devastation we talk about the weather, you don't know what's gonna be knocking at your door. We need this, we need that. Then your kids pulling on your coattail, Dad, I need this. And you're like, man, I ain't supposed to go in this money. And then, but if you think about it, they're gonna save your money. Like I'm on disability, they give you money once a money, your money that you don't work 40-something years for. And say, well, we decided to give you a raise or take it down. So what do we own? What do we control? So you gotta be a strong-minded individual. I mean, so all I'm just saying, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I said there's good and some bads with it, but I mean, just have it there just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, when you catch yourself without nothing, you know, that could be the make or break for you.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you might get penalized for it.
Exactly.
And see, like you said earlier about splurging, I mean, I see people that they sit here, they go buy $200 pair of Jordans. But then the next week they don't have, I mean, they stand in line to buy these $200 pair of Jordans, but the next week they don't have gas money. And then they don't want to spend $100. You'll be able to spend $200 on some Jordans, but you won't spend $100 to get a business license to start your own business.
But see, this is how I recommend everybody do it, because if it's something I want, I'll go months in advance before that's something I want come out, and I'll save $25 here, $10 there, $5, and that's my money to go towards this.
Right, you saved up for that though.
Exactly, but it's not a huge blow, and people don't think about that.
No, not our people. We want it now.
Well,
and if we got the money in our pocket, guess what, guys? We're going to buy it.
Going to
get it, and we're going to deal with the consequences later. Whether it's I borrowing from somebody else to get by the next week, or whatever the case may be, you know. And sometimes we got to think smarter. Excuse me. We got to start thinking smarter, guys.
So I try to tell my son. My son gets, my 16-year-old, he gets a little allowance every 2 weeks. And you know, sometimes there's stuff in the house that he don't want to eat. I understand that. But you'll take your whole allowance and do some DoorDash and get DoorDash for 2-3 days, when you could have took that same money and bought you some stuff that you want to eat in the house that'll last you whenever it's something that's cooked that you don't want to eat. It'll last you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
But
pop,
kids-
so you got to educate him.
But kids
know,
don't
you
even
gotta
think
teach
about
it.
that also. Like,
They're not thinking about
yeah,
it.
like, because
Because
when
they have
Yeah.
mom and dad.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why it's the dads and the moms, job to be able to sit him down after they see him doing those nuptial moves, and be like, hey, listen, I know that sometimes you don't like what we're cooking up in here, but you're going out here frivolously trying to buy food from these fast food
And then you gotta
places
pay them.
that's costing triple what it would cost
Exactly.
you to buy a nice decent meal for yourself to cook here in the house. Is just not it's not a good look. And that's just like my son, he just got a new car, and he's about to go to homecoming, and he got him a little date and what have you and everything, and he wanna at first he wanna rent another car on top of the car that he already has. He already have a nice
We
car.
want a limo or something?
Yeah, no, he just want to rent a rental car. He
Oh.
just want to rent a car. He want a Challenger, or
Oh, he
want
trying
a
to do
Tesla,
big
No,
now.
sir.
Big balling?
Yeah, he want to do big ball, and then on top of that, his check engine light came on his car. So I'm like, hold on, son. Listen, we got to think smarter than that. First, you got an issue with your car to be trying to go out and spend some money on another car on top of these $1,000 shoes that he wanted to buy to go with his
1,000.
outfit.
Jesus.
Okay, so this is where we at right now, people. With our young people and older, we got to think smarter and think, hey, we got to take care of what's needed first. And you want your car right? You need your car running right because your dad ain't about to fix your car. I told you that when we got this car. Hey, you're gonna have to start being responsible and taking care of what you own and what you have. So
Well, you think you're going to go back to basics. Like I
Yeah,
said earlier,
going back to
sit down
basics.
there
Yes.
and tell them about, how much I pay for lighting? They don't know because they flip a light on, leave out the room for hours.
Absolutely.
And then a lot of people don't know, you got things plugged in the circuits. It's still charging you even though you're not using it because it's burning.
That's right.
You
That's right.
got to unplug things, not the refrigerator, but like microwave is right there. If it's right there, if you can get it, not you can unplug that. And it's mostly cell phones and lights that you don't even use. But I remember growing up, because my parents did that. Lights, water.
Yeah, you wrote out a list of all of your bills, your monthly bills, right?
How much it costs.
Right. You put down.
Show them a bill.
Yeah, exactly. We all.
And then
that,
show
right?
much if I make this much.
And then actually put down your monthly gross. Not your, you know what I'm saying? Well, your net. How much you bring home? Each
sound-
month.
yeah,
And
it
so
sound
once
big.
you put down all your monthly expenses,
Exactly.
and then you put down your monthly net of what you actually bring into the home, and then you can see how much money you really have to play with after you do the calculation.
Then they say, that's all I got left.
Right, and
Yep.
yeah, that's it. So you got to do it wisely. I had to do it when I was when I had to get out the house, and I was trying to get on my own. I had to literally do that, and I'm like, dang, I got $200 to myself. What am I gonna do? I mean, you know what I mean. So I had to really manage. Hey, I ate a lot of cereal and bologna
Ramen noodles.
sandwiches. And hey, they didn't have Roman noodles when we was coming
No,
up.
I don't remember
Yeah,
Roman
we
noodles.
didn't
I
have
don't
ramen
remember noodles
We
neither.
had some bologna, some
What
chip
about
chop
this?
ham.
What about that? What about that old saying, a rainy day?
Yes.
Everybody know what a rainy
absolutely.
day is.
Absolutely.
And then a rainy day can be today
Yes.
or tomorrow. So you always got to have the little nickels and never tell somebody. Because I think my wife said, if you got money, everybody got a story.
That's right. So we got to start teaching our youth and start teaching, even some adults got to start getting back to the basics, right? The basics of managing your finances, because, we see all these nice things out here, but at some point you got to say, hey, can I really afford it?
Better yet, if it's something you want, you don't need to go out at release and buy it then. If you know it's coming out like a year, if you know that's something you want is coming out a year from now, start putting back your money now so when that thing come out, it's not a blow. You already got it saved up.
Yes. Yeah.
I go back what King E said, $200. Dude, I can imagine. I can't imagine paying. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it might be $50 for a pair of tennis shoes, and I don't even play sports anymore. What am I gonna do? Just walk around and that's ridiculous. $200, and you struggling. I'm gonna get my baby this. And the worst thing out of all this thing we talking about, I can't get it when the people have a baby. My daughter was telling me, a kid, 3 months, Talk about getting some Air Jordans at 3 months. You know what's gonna happen in the next a month and a half? The kid my baby needs some more shoes. I got to keep my baby dressed. And some people get their income tax. They won't go to the mall, and they be waiting for y'all. Come on
they
in.
waiting on us. Oh, they waiting on us.
Oh yeah.
But I say,
They done engineered us that way. Go ahead.
But that's kind of like, I wish I could have got a whole bunch of Jordans when I was a kid, because I mean, seeing what they are worth now, like it could pay off every bill and have me living comfortably if I had a lot of them.
But see, back then we didn't know about that those shoes would be worth so much when you got older, because when you got them, you just wanted to wear them, just wanted to stunt, floss, whatever.
Absolutely.
That's all you really wanted to do. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I've bought Jordans, I have Jordans, but I'm not about to sit here and I'm not waiting in nobody's line. I'm not sitting here waiting on no internet, waiting for it to come out. I'm not doing that. I'll wait 3, 4, 5 months later when the shoe done went down in the store, and then I'll buy it. And then folks be sitting there talking about, they old now. I don't care. They new to me.
Well, we got that, want to look wealthy syndrome. You know what I mean? Because the
look wealthy and broke.
Because the wealthy, listen, they ain't buying Jordans.
Exactly.
They
ain't buying
shirt and T-shirt.
Balenciaga.
Exactly.
They ain't buying Gucci. They're not buying that stuff.
It's just a white T-shirt and some jeans.
That's it.
Exactly. Because we got to understand, sometimes, hey, you have to be able to make sure your finances are in order before you go out here and you out here splurging, making these other companies richer,
right? Because
they're already million and billionaires.
You just paying for the name.
You just paying for the name. That's it. We got to think smarter, family. I know everybody want to look good, but I throw on something, boom, boom, a little $20 pair of pants here, $20 shirt.
What are you selling that at now?
Hey, listen.
Look,
I'm gonna find them.
Tell you something.
I was a TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Hey, where all the deals.
Look,
hey,
I was talking.
There's a shirt. There's a place my mom shop at. I forget what it's called, but they got shirts for $5.
Listen, I was talking to King D a couple of months ago. The Chelsea boots I got on, they were normally $70 at JCPenney. I got it for $16.
Oh, okay.
On clearance.
Exactly.
So that's what I look for.
Exactly.
But I think it hit every generation.
Burlingtons.
I come out the era of Converse, Chuck Taylors. And I remember we used to back there, we used to rib or Jones somebody, what you wearing? And they used to have these things called NBAs. I know y'all man, I remember that.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
We used to say, they used to call it Negroes by anything with another word at that end. And I remember guys used to get them little white shoes and try to paint an emblem on it like it's like watercolor.
Oh yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Those pro kids.
Exactly. Wait till you get to the
Right, exactly, man. So, we just, like you say, we got to think smarter when it's coming down to these finances, guys, and you can also start you a trust, or the whole life insurance. You can get you a whole life insurance, and you can pull money out of that, and it's not going to cost you any interest, because we all got to think for the future, That's how they had gotten rich, in the past, by, life insurances. Hey, you pass down the generational wealth, but a lot of us, we feel that, hey, we done had it so hard, I'm not leaving my kids nothing. I ain't about to leave nothing for nobody. I ain't had nothing, so I'm not leaving anything. But that's the wrong idea to think. We got to do better. We got to start investing in ourselves. We got to start passing down the generational wealth. Get the whole life insurances, policies, and if you don't get the whole life, just get something.
And I mean, if
you
there's,
know what I'm saying, to make sure you put the rest, comfortably, and you got your wife and your kids that can still benefit and take care of the house and all the cars.
It's always good to have money going to a few different places.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you could even set up your own trust.
Exactly.
You can only set up your own trust. So.
And I mean, if we looking at, if you want to find other ways, if you can't, even if you don't know anybody or you feel like it costs too much to have a financial analyst or something, use ChatGPT, use AI, put in the command. They will tell you certain things to do to save money. Like I talked to you about earlier when we were talking about my son buying.
Absolutely.
He said, what am I gonna buy for $20? Okay, put it in Chat GPT. Ask him to go, if you were to go to Kroger, what can you buy for $20 for a week that'll last a week? And it gave him a whole list of stuff to buy at Kroger or Walmart to buy with $20 that'll last a week. So I mean, it's all about if you want the information, it's there. It'll give it to you.
That's right.
My thing we didn't touch on, we didn't say nothing about this. When I was a kid, goodwill was a sin. Let me tell you something. Consignment stores, I shopped there.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. They got some really nice things.
I mean, you can find a diamond in the rough in a
exactly.
thrift store.
Nobody knows come from consignment to you. Tell them you can throw it in the cleaner. It's like, wow, that's nice. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I wish I'd have known that when I was growing up.
Growing up, shoot, my mom was the thrift store queen.
My mom's too.
I wish I'd
Listen,
known about it. I mean, I was embarrassed.
Please, stop,
you had goodwill.
Stop. Yeah, you know.
Shoot,
yes, but yeah, well, you know, and that's just growing up, man, and trying to be smarter about your finances, so that you're not out here just splurging, spending hundreds of dollars for pair of pants, shirts, you know, jackets and things of that nature, man. When you can actually start investing in yourself with that money, just like you said. Now he didn't have gas to get him back and forth to work that week because guess what? He just went out and splurged $200 on a pair of shoes.
And trust
me,
$20 used to have your tank looking good,
come
right?
on, man. Come on. Now, that's just unheard of.
I hate budgeting. I do.
Yeah.
But my job now, that's what I have to do. I have to budget other people's money.
Yes.
I have to budget other people's money. So I figure if I can budget other people's money to make sure that they don't overspend, then why I can't just budget my own money? I hate budget. I hate being an adult. I called my mama one day. I said, "Mama, I come back home and wash dishes and clean up the room."
Look, we all go through that time and be like, man, I wish I was back. I wish I was a child again.
What are you talking about?
No words.
Looking in the refrigerator. Why you keep going in the refrigerator?
Exactly. Yeah.
Close my refrigerator. I'm like, where's my
Thinking
bill?
something else going up here. Same thing was in there 5 minutes ago that
time.
you went in there 5 minutes ago. Boy.
I say when you was a
Y'all
kid.
joking, but I remember sugar water.
Look, when I was a kid, I remember going there making like a cheese sandwich, and I'm straight. Now I look in the refrigerator. I don't even want to eat a cheese sandwich.
I
don't even want that.
Beans. Oh my God, I hate the pork and beans.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I grew up on that crap.
I could never eat Spam. I don't care what.
I tried.
I could
Spam
never.
was one of my-
I could never eat Spam.
Spam was
back
one of my
then.
meals if I was like extremely hungry. Then I'll cook it up.
I would have to be
Yeah,
extremely
you just have to cook it
hungry.
down,
And I mean,
you know.
extremely hungry.
I'd say
swallow
that's-
Vienna
Spam,
sausage.
man.
Oh, don't talk
The
about
Vienna
potted
sausage,
meat.
I smashed
love
those.
Vienna
I smashed
sausage.
those.
Sauce
With
meat.
the crackers.
Ooh, the round-
Oh, the
oh,
sauce
my
meat. I
God.
could never eat that sauce.
Man.
Sauce meat.
I like sardines too,
I
man. I
could
be
never-
Oh
knocking them
yeah.
out too.
Well, look at here.
Hey, but we're gonna do the last chatter. I think we might be getting in this last segment of this show. What y'all think about this election?
30 days.
We got
30
what,
days.
30 days until
30
this
days.
election, guys. I know this is a real touchy subject to talk about, these days, with this election coming up and the candidates that we have. But a lot of people want to hear what us kings, talking about, man. What y'all think about it, and what y'all looking at?
I gotta say, it's not so much the election 30 days. You know what's kind of crazy? I've been hearing things of people going to get ready. Even the president said, all I can say, we going to be honest, fair, but I can't know about the violence. I've been hearing Reddick talking about it's going to be a bloodbath, it's going to be this and that. I've been hearing this. My thing, I'm just sitting back and I'm looking at it. And all I can say now is it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. That's all I got to say. I mean, because if you think about it, here's 4 black men here. Our ancestors came out of slavery. All we just try to get to the next step, the better our life. They tell us America is great, but all we've been saying that we always been behind the catalyst. We've instead of trying to struggle come up. So it's like one of the panelists, one of the kings said earlier, he said, we are gonna go either way. It's gonna be 4 messed up years or 4 I ain't never heard good years. So all we gotta do is just keep on striving and keep praying, I guess, and keep
I
looking.
think Howard said, 4 years of messed up things said on Twitter, I can't say the other word. I can't say the other word. Or we're gonna have 4 years worth of shutdowns.
I want to say something too. Getting back, that strike. You see how quick it descended. You know why? It's been charging $4 billion a day.
Yes.
Can y'all imagine that? But you know what gets me? This what gets me. Think about this. We got so much devastation in this United States of America. They got homeless people out there, but it's gonna cost us $4 billion a day, and they act like they got no money to help to get these homeless and build a facility, train them. Why they never have any money, but they got money to send overseas to help this and that, but they can't help us. And we've been waiting on reparations for how long?
That's the problem. The powers that be is not here to help us.
No, they're not.
We got to get through our thick heads.
Yeah.
This is just coming from King Darwin, because they do not care nothing about us. This establishment, if they really honestly cared, they would been and fix these problems that we're dealing with today.
But
they don't care, and that's why we're in the position that we've been in for how many years that they've
400 and something.
400 and some odd.
But I'll tell you to go into that. Us sending money over there, that's to solidify, like, if the next big war starts, we can have them as our allies.
Well, you got to understand, they're sending money over there. A lot of times, we're sending money over there to these other countries because we're fattening their pockets for a lot of times protection. You know what I'm saying?
The name is called allies.
Allies.
Yeah.
To get to give them, the up
clean
there,
word.
Artillery.
Yeah.
Their army, finance their, economy as well, and that's the sad part, because a lot of it's dirty money. And it's coming from our retirement, our IRAs, our Social Security. It's
our
coming
paychecks,
from our taxes that we're paying out, that we don't understand where this money is going. These tax dollars that they're taking from us, well, they're using our tax dollars to feed these other nations.
I'm still waiting on reparation.
We ain't gonna get no reparation.
He promised. I know it's old saying, people said the 40 acres and a mule. All I've seen is a project and a Cadillac, and it's all gold now.
Yes.
So who we fooling here?
Yes.
We living in this place, and we still, even though you have a title, don't mean nothing. You still called the N-word. And no matter how rich you are, sports players, entertainers, or whatever, and we still at the bottom. And this, while we're speaking, we know we have so much time. If anybody want to call in and chat and talk about any of the subjects we've done past so far, we know you got something to say out there. So please, we want to put you on there. It's just because you might have something that we miss right now. But getting back to that, man, I'm going to just tell you something. Really, I gotten to the point I'm just sick and tired. I'm just really tired.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired too, man, of, and like I was saying earlier about Diddy trying to create the black political party. It's not so much a black political party, but it's got to be a political party that's for equality. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care what color you is. I don't care what race you are. You know what I'm saying? It's for equality these days. If we're not trying to put together something or put somebody in the forefront that's going to be for equality, then I'm not involved in that, because I don't feel neither one of these candidates is going to do anything for us, because I've checked both of their track records.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nothing that I'm going to go out here and bust my butt to try to support neither one of them, because, and especially, man, I can go into some more deep stuff.
But I say, equality. I mean, equality. It sounds good, but it don't really exist. I mean, you try to do something under the guise of equality, you're still screwing over somebody in the process.
Well, not if it's not necessarily. It can be equal. It can be equality. You just got to know how to structure it, and it's just about fairness. It's just about being fair. It's not nothing hard about that. They try to make it seem like it's a big old, geometry problem or some type of, calculus problem. No, it's nothing. It's all about just being fair and being just and being equal to all of mankind,
but
not just one specific set.
But I mean, I understand, but to play devil's advocate is you can't, how I'm trying to say this. Let me get the words.
While
ca-
you're coming with it, let me just say this much. You say fairness. Where does fairness come from?
Fairness, it comes from the law. It's the law. It's the law of nature. Fair
No,
is
nature.
I'm just saying nature. Nature is where we have to start back tapping into, guys. You know what I'm saying? If you look at nature and you see how it operates, that's how we should be operating.
Now that goes into what I was about to say, but with the fairness though, people got ulterior motives.
Yes.
You know, if they can't be pure of heart, the fairness goes out the window.
Exactly.
Yes.
And my fairness come from, we just said, what does what come from? I just said, you said what we was talking about. And I just said it. I said, what does, well, fairness, I think it's come from
Tune in
within.
to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Be true to yourself when you say something. Because, listen to me, I know people mean well. But like we spoke about devastation, just like the hurricanes, we say we're going to have a good community, we're going to work together. As soon as the devastation hit, everybody this way, everybody lost. Help my mom. I got to save myself, my own family. You see, it's easy to say it until you're in it.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
You know
so
what I'm
we got to
saying.
work on that, guys, and you know we got to definitely figure out what it is that we need to do in order to make this country how we want this country to be. You know what I'm saying? And we winding down with our time, family. So, you know, I want to say, you know, anybody got any last words, any last remarks that they want to leave? You know, our beautiful, you know.
I just gotta say, I would say to the people listening, we really TV 1061 Talk Show Kings, we give our condolences to people that lost their families. This tragic thing, it affects everybody's family, and the ones that's right now still looking for loved ones, I pray they find them safe. But all in all, we just pray that they come home. That's all I got to say.
King Eric.
Well, all I have to say is make sure you vote. So, just vote.
Just vote. Just vote. Vote for something, someone. What about you, Jaquez?
Man, just everybody be safe in this upcoming week. Just, you know, be safe. Keep your head always on a swivel.
I second that. You know, just be safe. You know, hey, pay attention to your surroundings. You know, we got a lot of things, a lot of topics that we're going to cover next week. And just like you say, be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful of your finances. Be mindful of, you know, your family. Be mindful of, you know, your shelter, you know, your security if a disaster hit, you know, and just be mindful of others when you're out here driving around and, you know, moving around this city. You know, be mindful of others, man. You know, you don't have to cut everybody off every chance you get. So with that being said, you know, we're going to say, hey, peace out. From another episode from
Deuces.
the Talk Show Kings.
Peace.
And have a blessed week.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings.